Good evening and welcome to Eagle Eye News. I'm Melissa Mitchell.
And I'm Kara Rhodes.
Opelika police are investigating the deaths of two people killed in a shooting Saturday night, and authorities are calling it a double homicide.
Police and fire personnel found two gunshot victims at the 400 block of Toomer Court in Opelika at 9:10 in the evening. Both of the victims have been identified as Cedric Lewis of 27 and Darius Harris of 31.
Police request that anyone who may know the identity of the suspect or any other information on this case to contact the Police Investigative Services at 334-705-5220.
The state of Alabama issued an Amber Alert Saturday evening that many students may have received.
This alert was for 11-month-old Christian Perkins, who is believed to have been abducted.
Soon after the alert was released, the boy was found with his father, Blake Perkins of 19 and Tandra Goff of 18.
The nationwide search for 15-year-old Elizabeth Thomas still continues, though, as it is believed that she is with her former teacher, 50-year-old Tad Cummins.
Emails between the two of them have been found and reveal a possible romantic connection. Cummins
is believed to be armed with two handguns and driving a Nissan Rogue with a Tennessee license plate. If you have any leads, please contact 1-800-TBI-FIND.
The Auburn Police Division have arrested two men that were involved in stealing a 2006 GMC Yukon and some items inside of it.
Patrick Bentley of 28 and Rodney Veit of 24, both from Auburn, were charged with 2 counts of unlawful breaking and entering of a motor vehicle, 2 counts of a 4th-degree theft of property, and 1 count of auto theft. Veit was also arrested on additional warrants charging him with possession of controlled substance and marijuana.
Further investigation determined that they were also responsible for illegally entering 2 other vehicles in the area, a 2011 Nissan Xterra and a 2009 Honda Accord. Over $100 were taken from those vehicles.
Veit will be eligible for a $15,500 bond, and Brantley is being held on a $13,000 bond.
The Lee County Sheriff's Office is warning about a phone scam of callers posing as members of the Sheriff's Office.
Sheriff Jay Jones said that the callers will try to tell people that they have missed jury duty or have an unpaid ticket, and they will encourage people to pay over the phone.
Calls are originating from the Atlanta area, but the number is appearing to be a local 334 number. The caller identified himself as James Marshall with the Lee County Sheriff.
Coming up, Grace Reynolds gives us a look into the Ag Week and tells us how you can meet a blogger who is credited by the New York Times. You're watching Eagle Eye TV on Channel 6.
I hope that you've been able to learn a strong work ethic surrounded by character, integrity, perseverance, so that when your 1 second comes, you'll be prepared for it.
Chris Davis.
45, there goes Davis!
Your 1 second, our 1 second is now. And our lives have been guided by the principles of one of the greatest academic institutions in the country, Auburn University.
Hey guys, I'm Grace Reynolds and this is Eagle Eye Entertainment. The College of Agriculture is currently hosting Ag Week. Alexis Ruby, one of the college ambassadors, summed up the goal of Ag Week by saying, "It's a great way for the college to share what they are doing in the agricultural industry with the rest of campus." The event started this morning with a petting zoo on the Student Center green space and will continue tomorrow with an Ag Carnival. For more information, visit agriculture.auburn.edu. Tomorrow morning, the Auburn Public Library will be hosting food and travel blogger Stephanie Parker. Best known for her blog Plain Chicken, Stephanie will share stories from her travels and recipes with the audience. Plain Chicken was recently featured in Southern Living, People Magazine, and the New York Times. This Sunday, Cater Hall will be lit up blue to kick off Autism Awareness Month. It is part of Alpha Xi Delta's annual Shine on Philanthropy event benefiting Autism Speaks. The event will have live music and guest speakers on Cater Lawn starting at 4 in the evening. If you're looking for some free events this week, University Programs Council will be hosting 2 events starting this Thursday with Screen on the Green. They will be showing the movie Doctor Strange on the Student Center green space. The event starts at 6:30 in the evening and will include free food. Following that up, kick off the weekend with some games. UPC will host their Games on the Green event this Friday afternoon from 2 to 6. The event is also held on the Student Center green space. All UPC events are free to students with a valid Tiger card. For more entertainment news, be sure to follow us on Twitter at Eagle Eye TV. Also tune into The Scoop Wednesdays at 3 right here on Eagle Eye TV. Up next, Kara Rhodes is going to talk to Kaylee McCormick, followed by the latest in Auburn sports. You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Channel 6.
Hey guys, I'm here with Kaylee McCormick, the recent named scholarship recipient for the Fulbright Scholarship. So Kaylee, how are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm great. So how does it feel to see all of your hard work and accomplishments finally coming to play with this Fulbright Scholarship?
Honestly, it was just a bit of a shock. I wasn't expecting it. It was a really awesome piece of news. It's been such a great honor, and I'm just so grateful at this point to have received this scholarship. I'm very excited.
For sure. So you're studying in Denmark, correct?
Correct.
Correct. So how have you feeling? Do you feel prepared? Has Auburn done this for you?
I feel prepared. I feel like I have learned everything that I need to as far as coursework. Most of what I'll be doing is actually research under the guidance of Dr. Anker Jensen. So he'll be teaching me some of the things that I need to know, but Auburn has prepared me to work with people in other fields and work with people in my own field, and it's given me some research experience that I can build on in Denmark.
Sure. So where do you want to see yourself in 10 years?
In 10 years, I am hoping to have gotten my PhD, probably somewhere in the States. I'll be finishing up my PhD in chemical engineering, and with that PhD, I'll be working in industry on important research questions that pertain to our modern world.
Sure. And what are some of those questions in the modern world?
So certainly energy problems, catalysis. So it really depends on how deep into it you want to go. Different materials potentially for drug delivery, for different solar materials, etc. So I don't really know the particular research area that I'll end up in. Right now, I will be working with Dr. Anker Jensen in catalysis. So once I have a better idea of the exact area that I want to do research in, I'll have a better idea of exactly what I'll be doing.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us. For Kaylee McCormick, I'm here with Eagle Eye News, and stay tuned with us until after the break.
This is a place where it only takes a second to imagine your future. Grasp a new concept in class. Inspire a child's curiosity. Discover a real-world solution. Seize an unexpected opportunity.
There goes Davis.
This is where you gain the preparation, confidence, and determination to succeed. This is Auburn.
Auburn Equestrian holds the SEC tournament right here on the Plains. Baseball continues to dominate the field, and softball faces one of its toughest SEC road series so far this season. I'm JJ Jackson, and this is Eagle Eye Sports. Football's right around the corner, and fans are getting excited for the Tigers' spring scrimmage game next Saturday. The A-Day game will showcase the newest additions and changes on the Auburn football team. The game's set to kick off next Saturday, April 8th at 1 p.m. The Auburn Tigers held the Equestrian SEC Championship. The #1 Tigers, who are also the reigning SEC and national champions, made it all the way to the final round. However, they would fall in the championship game to Georgia. Georgia narrowly defeated Auburn 10-9 to take home the championship. Auburn continues its postseason in the NCEA Championships April 13th through the 15th in Waco, Texas. Auburn competed in the NCAA Men's Swimming and Diving Championships. In those championships, 11 records were broken in 18 swimming events. Auburn alone broke 3 school records in the 800 freestyle relay, 400 IM, and the 200 free. There were also 10 athletes that earned All-American honors. Auburn would finish 12th in the standings, while Texas would win overall. Now on to Auburn baseball. The 16th ranked baseball team won its series at Georgia this past weekend. In the final game of the series, Auburn's Davis Daniel pitched 6 shutout innings to give Auburn the 4-1 victory and take the series 2-1. Daniel was also named SEC Freshman of the Week. Auburn has now reached 20 wins this season. That's the fastest the team has done this since the 2003 season. A top 5 matchup in softball. The #4 in the nation, Auburn Tigers, opened up against #2 Florida Gators. Auburn dropped the first game 4-3. The team would also lose the second game of the series as Florida won in a convincing 7-0 shutout fashion to defeat the Tigers. Auburn and Florida finish out the series tonight. And finally, it's time for the most thrilling part of the NCAA tournament, the Final Four. Gonzaga, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Oregon are the teams remaining after the field of 64 was narrowed down the past few weeks. Gonzaga will play South Carolina, and North Carolina will play Oregon Saturday night in Phoenix. Of the 4 remaining teams, North Carolina and Oregon are the only 2 with Final Four experience in their history. Do you want more sports updates throughout the week? We've got you covered. Just follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Eagle Eye TV. Catch Tiger Tally every Monday and AU Nation every Tuesday. Now let's send it over and catch up with Zeke Walters, who will give us a look into this week's weather.
Thank you. I'm Zeke Walters with this week's weather. As we look at tomorrow's forecast here, it's going to be pretty warm per usual lately, maybe a little bit chillier in the morning and warm up during the day. With a high humidity and a little bit of a chance of precipitation, maybe about a 35% chance. That will die down later in the afternoon, so hopefully we'll have a clear night that night, even if it does rain during the day. As we look here at the week forecast, it's actually going to be pretty warm this week. As we get closer to summer, you can start to feel like they get a little bit warmer these days, and it's going to be a little bit rainy on Tuesday and Friday, maybe hopefully just a little bit partly cloudy on Wednesday and Thursday, and should clear up this weekend. And as we look throughout the country here, it's going to be very chilly up north at 57 degrees in New York and 46 degrees in Chicago. So thank God we live in the South where it's a little bit warmer. And as we zoom in here in the Auburn area, Auburn actually stays pretty nice at 79 degrees, with Columbus and Montgomery a little bit warmer. But pretty nice weather this week with a little bit of a chance of rain on Tuesday and Friday. So that's your week's weather.
Auburn University is one step closer to reaching a $15 million goal for the school's new Performing Arts Center.
The Auburn City Council recently voted to allocate $1.5 million over the next 3 years to the new Performing Arts Center.
Construction of the 85,000 square foot building expected to begin in October. The new center will seat approximately 1,200 guests with a box office, catering kitchen, dressing rooms, and office spaces. There will also be an outdoor amphitheater if construction market conditions are favorable.
The construction is expected to end in July of 2019 and open that August.
South College Street has completed construction for Auburn's first standalone Starbucks. Eagle Eye reporter Keith Gamble has more.
Auburn's first standalone Starbucks is set to open up to the public in just a couple of weeks. The coffee shop, which will share a building with two 2,000 square foot spaces with an AT&T store, will be located on South College Street in front of the new Marriott TownePlace Suites, as well as right next to a 1.25 acre lot which is still vacant. The Starbucks will be the fourth in Auburn, with 2 stores located on campus, as well as a store located in the Kroger on Dean Road. The AT&T store, however, will be only the second in Auburn, with the other store being located on Opelika Road. The Starbucks will also be the first in Auburn to feature a drive-thru, which should greatly benefit students and citizens on the go. Here at Eagle Eye TV Channel 6, I'm Keith Campbell.
These 2 stores should be up and running by the end of the semester.
Throughout the semester, Auburn hosts a variety of 5K runs, fun runs, and the like.
This past Sunday proved no different, though you might have seen a splash of yellow. The on-campus organization Auburn for Water hosted the 2nd annual Carry the Jerry 5K run and combined the love for running with the cause.
Woo! This past Sunday, Auburn students could be spotted running around Auburn's campus in support of Auburn for Water's 2nd annual Carry the Jerry 5K.
We get these jerry cans, which are actually what the people in Nepal use to take their water from the streams back home and then to home. And so we like to bring the water cans out here to give them an idea of how these people live each day, having to carry the water.
While some ran with a personal goal to finish and others running for the fun of it, for many runners, this race went a step further than lacing up their running shoes.
Actually helped start Auburn for Water on campus as an organization, and so it just means a lot to me, and I've met a lot of people that have just encouraged me to be a leader.
This is a great cause for water lines in underprivileged countries, and carrying that jerry was no joke, so I think it was just the perfect way to really see how these people actually live and how we can help them out.
While prizes and food met runners at the finish line, the real race is just beginning as Auburn for Water looks forward to next year as they continue making every step count.
So we just want to raise as much money we can, and this is just an idea we came up with, and this is our second annual, and we can't wait for next year.
Reporting for Eagle Eye TV in Auburn, I'm Kara. For more information about the cause, you can visit www.neverthirstwater.org/givewater/Carry the Jerry.
Google Maps News feature is a look into the fiery depths of a volcano.
As of last week, Google Street View lets users explore one of the world's largest boiling lava lakes. We are hoping to look at some Mercum crater on the Venusian island of Ambra.
To look inside of the crater, Google enlisted explorers who rappelled some 1,300 feet into the volcano while wearing 360-degree cameras. You know what's really unique about this feature is that it's allowing viewers to see something that you normally wouldn't even see if you visited the actual volcano.
Sure, it's definitely something to look into. It's
Yes.
coming of age.
Yes, go look it up.
That's all that we have for you tonight. Tune in after the show for a live look-in of the SGA Senate meeting, and keep up with all the latest Auburn news throughout the week by following us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Eagle Eye TV. I'm Kara Rhodes.
And I'm Melissa Mitchell. Thanks for joining us, and War Eagle.
War Eagle.